This is Lesley, Rosehaven Yarn Shop, but not at Rosehaven Yarn Shop. I had to follow Tim. He's getting ready for his big gallery opening in a week, Friday. But we'll say 2 weeks so he doesn't stress anymore. Yes, screen printing. Screen printing is fun. There it is. Chick on a motorcycle. His show is going to be called Politics and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance, because he's going to be showing all his political cartoons that he does, and screen printing and inkings and drawings and all kinds of fun stuff.
If you want to, I actually have a pile of bits over here if you want to actually.
You want to show them now? Okay, we'll show them now. And then we'll do some knitting.
Here and let you kind of.
Okay.
Here's some things and there's some stuff.
So this is the poster he designed, Mr. Graphic Designer, in his other life. First, let me show it backwards and show it on here. Okay, so these are the fun cars. Which, this was like the Ed Munster car or something?
No, that was
Who's that guy?
From Death Race 2000. That's David Carradine's car.
David Carradine, okay. Another one, that one's Hot Rod 1979.
It's from the movie Hot Rod.
Oh, okay. Tim's been ODing on a lot of old 1970s.
That was just some little Mustang in the background that was going by, which was kind of fun.
Oh,
That's
awesome.
That's the Challenger from.
It says Charger on it.
I know,
Dodge Charger.
I know, but it's a Challenger. it's the Challenger from Vanishing Point.
It's the Batmobile. And this one. So these ones he's gonna frame up. So these are all inked like right on the paper.
Yeah, they're little ink drawings, little quick sketches.
And this is a screen print you did a year ago. I like that one. Jigsaw motorcycles. And this is the one he's working on right now. This is just black. This is the line work he actually original. Let's see. Political cartoons, because they're funny. So, as I'm showing these, thanks for joining us. Thank you to, oops, upside down. That's always good. Thank you for all the people that subscribe to us. We love you. You too, Mom. Because my mom's a subscriber. And now my daughter is too, since she lives away from home. She wants to see her mom and dad. Another screen print. Okay. So, let's see. Let's catch up news. Okay, so where we have been. Tim was supposed to come to Woodstock Fleece Festival with me, but he couldn't.
I played hooky.
Yeah, he played hooky and drawing, so his poor hands are just about shot. This is the problem when you're old and an artist. Your hands can't do it anymore. So we went there. Erin Thompson came with me, who's a friend and a knitter from Knit Night. It's amazing the people that I have. I have a whole crew of people now at my Knit Night that I can call on and go, hey, you want to go to Woodstock? And I think we talked about it Thursday, and she came with me Friday morning. I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah, so, hey, thank you for stopping by at Woodstock and saying how much you like the podcast. That's always fun, always good to hear, because sometimes I wonder, I can't knit enough to actually fill the podcast with knitting, so I'm trying. And I have other people that I kind of try to get to knit for me, but it's hard. It's hard, but thank you. That was awesome to hear. A couple of people stopped by and said hi, and I love these shows because you get to see what everybody else knits, because everyone wears all their jazzy knit stuff. Oh, and I got this really cool thing that is probably going to be a Christmas gift for somebody. Mom. So,
Mommy.
So, what do you call it when you're not, I don't want her to see it. So, Mom, look away if you're watching this for 2 minutes. Okay, so this
Christmas spoilers.
It's Christmas spoiler. Yes, that's the word, spoiler. So, I got this really cute little mini loom for Mom, because she has a big loom, but she likes making little things sometimes. So, and it's by a husband and wife team called Chip and Sparrow. Fully spelled out the and, like Chip, A-N-D, Sparrow.com. They're in Guelph. They made beautiful big like table looms. The prices are really decent. They ran out of them at the show, but we have been in talks with them after Woodstock when I had 5 minutes to breathe. I'm gonna try and get them to come and do I guess like a trunk show where they're going to show their products. On their website they have a little tutorial on how different ways to use the little mini loom and the table loom. So I thought, well, I asked her if she wanted to come, if she could come, and then we'll do like a trunk show, and she could show and sell her product, and we could show some yarns and merinos and stuff, roving that we have in the store, and locks, so she can kind of play with it. And then yeah, so then people can actually come and buy her stuff, because she can't wholesale at this point because everything is handmade. And I totally get it, because I don't know how a lot of people do production work of pottery and things and actually manage to produce it at a price point that they can actually give it to me to wholesale and me to make a little bit of money too. So it's hard. So where we are today, this is Sparkbox Studio, just outside of Picton, Ontario, Canada. Our friends Chrissy Poitras and Kyle Topping own it, and they run this really cool system. They've been here almost as long as us, at least as long, haven't they? 10 years? At least, something like that.
Well, in this spot, like they...
Oh, that's like less loud. The heater's turned off for a minute.
They...
well, not in this spot, but they've been running Sparkbox, I think it's been about 10 years. And they invite guest artists to come and use the printmaking studio and live in their home with them.
They run an artist residency.
Yes, an artist residency.
You can apply for.
Yes.
And come and stay here for a week or more.
It's an amazing studio, and it's shockingly, because it's an outside building, because it's warm, like it's comfortable in here. It's now quieter now that the heater is turned off. We couldn't figure out how to turn it off, but anyways, so yeah, so we are here, and there's a whole bunch of artwork and things at the back. I think mostly by Chrissy and Kyle, and they set up at a lot of different shows to sell their work as well. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so we figured with Tim working as much as he is, and he's definitely not knitting because he's just drawing.
Relying on me for extra knitting has not worked out.
It has not. So I thought the only way we're going to get this podcast done is for me to follow him. So here I am, following him.
That's so nice, you follow me around.
Yes, let's see. Oh, and this is also the studio where Tim prints our sock blanks. Did I bring this up?
Right.
I did.
Yeah,
so we screen print our sock blanks here. Okay, one moment. Okay. I will dash over. You can watch Tim do exciting things.
Like walk off.
Walk off. We all walk off screen. We're back. So this is like one of the sock blanks Tim did, and then I hand dye it, and the mystery sock that knits out of it. Isn't that cute? You don't know what you're getting. And you end up with a size about this much left when you put 2 average women's socks through it. So these are drawings of Tim's. Whoops. So we did the sheepy ones. Oh wow, those are really wrinkled in the package. Sorry, crinkling. And then the birds. These are all Tim's illustrations and screen prints. Yeah. So this is the printmaking studio. This is where Tim likes to be whenever he can.
It's my favorite place in the world.
It's like mine's the yarn shop. This is where Tim wants to hang out. So knitting stuff. Let's see. What have we got going on? Right, so knitting things. I've been knitting a little bit, but it's just trying to finish a few samples. I can't seem to get enough knitting, and then my hands are so sore because I've been knitting too much. I was finishing up my... Oh, look. I put it right in front of you. Sorry. Oh, there's the thermostat. Cool.
Yeah, we'll come back on.
Good. So this is Blue Brick. They're fabulous gradient yarns. I haven't blocked it, and this is why you need to block, because this actually has some lovely points that are going to happen when I finally get it wet, soak it, and pin it out. This color is called Aurora. It's a fingering weight. The shawl is called Puaka Shawl by Francoise Danoy. So it's really pretty. It's a really, actually, it's not as, it was a really nice pattern to do. It was like 3 resting rows and then a little triple kind of knit through the back loop, wrap, and then knit through the back loop. So you got this cute little kind of butterfly stitch, but isn't the colors amazing? Like, I don't know how Shireen does these long color changes, but anyways, so I've got that. Yeah, so it's been super busy in the shop. I have to say, I think this is the first time I'm actually looking forward to it being cold and snowy. No, not for the sake of the weather. it's been busy. October's our busiest month in the store, and we got more clothing in, and it's just, I want to just hibernate and knit, and I haven't had time to do that. And then of course I've got a couple orders for clients for Christmas stuff, like the good old, it's the Flax sweater, but with a Superman logo on it. I'm so close to the bottom of this logo, like just a couple rows away, and then hopefully it'll zip along, but I've had to put it aside at the moment. So, and the clothing we got in the store, I now have my own private label. So this is the label that, of course, graphic designer Tim did, Ton Up Design. So it says Prince Edward County. I didn't make the clothes, they're not made here, but they have Cut Loose offered me a private label. So they put my labels on their clothing that I pick out all the designs and color on. So I was like, cool. So that's been selling really well. I have more clothes coming November 15th-ish. So hopefully that'll come in quick or a little sooner so that we can get it in. And what else we've got? I finished my cross stitching. And if you ever want a way to store cross stitching so it doesn't get folded, rolls, because you don't get seams, you just roll it up. So there's my cross stitching, first one in 20 years that I've done. But yeah, it's kind of addictive now that I'm back into it. Now I just got to frame it, but in the meantime, I'll keep it in my little roll. That's the thing, I don't like the finishing stuff. I do hats and then I never put pom-poms on them. And then this one I'm working on, because I wanted to do a Halloween one desperately while I was doing the springtime one. It says, would a bad witch wear shoes this fabulous? It's like too funny. So I just got to finish the word fabulous. Fabulous. And so, what else? What have we got? Right, coming up. So, Tim's open house is November 2nd at the Artistic Inkings Gallery in Picton, Ontario. That's the Friday evening from 6 to 8. There will be wine and munchies. We were having a discussion about, because all his stuff is fairly retro, about having some, what were we saying, like retro munchies? Remember we were talking about doing like, your finger foods? Like pigs in the blanket.
Hot rod motorcycle themed. So there'd be like, yeah, hot rods in a blanket. Or hot rod. Well, yeah. They would just be hot rods, right?
Well,
like
pigs in a blanket, they put hot rods in instead of just regular old sausages. But I don't know, pick up some other tacky 70s nibbles
I think
to have it.
I think it should be only hors d'oeuvres can only be made from what you can get at a gas station shack.
Yeah.
Like hot rods and
beef jerky.
Yeah,
no. I say no.
Corn nuts.
I say no to that. Corn nuts. Corn chips. Oh, and what is it? That pig rind. With fried pig rinds?
Yes.
Gross. They intrigue me though. I've never eaten them. My grandma used to make a pork roast when I was a kid, and she used to call it cracklin on the outside of it, and you put salt on it, and it was like the pig skin, the fat. It was really good. As a kid, I loved it, but now it's supposed to be gross. It's not good for you. Heart attack on a plate kind of thing.
Does your mouth salivate every time a dog chews on a pig's ear?
Oh, even the dog doesn't like the pig's ears. He tries, but no, they look too much like pig's ears. I don't really, there's something offensive about that as a dog treat. It's like, ugh. But he seems to enjoy them somewhat, but the breath he gets afterwards is nasty. So, what else? Right, oh, so I'm going to the Tet Center in Kingston on November 3rd. Alexa from TinCan Knits is coming. Sorry, I'm standing, so I'm wiggling around a bit. And she's teaching us the Strange Brew colorwork sweater. So the Strange Brew, if you look on Ravelry, has got really beautiful yoke. So the homework is to finish the body of the sweater and the 2 sleeves, and then you can pick up all those stitches and work on the yoke with her. That's why I put all my knitting stuff aside and went, okay, I've got to try and crank through this and be ready. The backup plan is to just knit a colorwork hat, which is probably what's going to really happen, because now that I've started the body, I couldn't resist playing with some color work. So I have it on my Instagram if you want to look on Rosehaven for my Instagram. So this is what I'm monkeying around with right now. And where's the paperwork on it? I don't think I have it. So one of the charts I'm working on right now, this pattern that's happening right here, is actually from a hat pattern I have that's got this really, really cool chart with this flowing, and it's 33 stitches. Well, I have 252 stitches, so 252 stitches all the way around. So you need a pattern that repeats perfectly within 252 stitches. Turned out that 36 stitches will repeat 7 times, so I can do that. So I had to add 3 stitches into the pattern that was made by this other person to get it to work on my sweater. But yeah, I'm working on it. And this Alexa from TinCan Knits just came out with a new book, Strange Brew, which has been shipped to me. So it's going FedEx. So it's in the States somewhere. I just looked it up today, so I should have it. Today's Monday, right?
Today's Monday.
So I should have it before Friday. FedEx is pretty quick. I'll probably even have it tomorrow. I've got a few copies, one of which I've got one set aside already. Someone has asked me to put it aside, so it's coming. Strange Brew. I just have that song in my head as soon as I hear that word, Strange Brew. It's very Canadian. So yeah, we're getting there, but color work is so much slower than just doing the knit. Is it?
Strange Brew, I think it's cream.
They're not Canadian, are they?
I don't know.
Why do I think of it as a Canadian thing?
Bob and Doug McKenzie, it was their movie.
Oh, that's what it is. Good old Bob and Doug McKenzie. So
Bob and Doug McKenzie have been officially replaced with Cheech and Chong now.
Because of the whole... yes. Welcome to legalized marijuana in Canada. Nothing has changed.
Seth Rogen has never been prouder.
Yes. Thank you, Seth Rogen. Okay, so Cattitude news. We have new Cattitude. You have to have Cattitude to wear the crazy hats. So another hat I finished. Haven't decided what I'm putting on top. Pom-pom or tassels or, yeah, still haven't tied in the end. See, I just like knitting. I don't like finishing. So this is the designs. I just monkey around with it. It's cool because this almost looks like brioche, but it's not. Okay, foofy hair. So I have a client who's wanted me to knit a hat that was just like one he had bought for me years and years ago. Technically, I didn't actually knit that hat, but it had these dreadlocks on top. So he sent me this crazy yarn. But the crazy yarn is a little more crazy than he thought it was. He thought it was sort of lay down, I think, when you knit with it. Anyway, so I did knit this hat and sent him the picture going, what do you think of this? And he's like, basically, no. But someone's gonna love this hat because it's seriously crazy. I don't even think putting a pom-pom on it is, there's no point. It's got enough going on all by itself. But it's crazy fun. So I've got all kinds of color jazziness in here. And luckily there's loads enough of the yarn. The original yarn he sent me is this, which is just regular old normal, just colorful. So I will whip up another hat and I will ship that out before Christmas. That and the Superman sweater. Go, go, go. Okay, so today is October 22nd. I have received into my hands the Making black and white. It's here. It's in my store. I can't sell it to you or anyone else until October 30th. I hate that. I hate that they make me sit on this stuff. It's sitting here. I have customers that are from away, have no access to yarn stores. They don't want it shipped. It's expensive to ship. It's heavy. It's a book. Why? Why do you guys make us do this? Why does it have to be October 30th? No one, it doesn't change my life. I just get to be the bad guy that says, no, look, you can see, but you can't have it. I don't get it. I don't like it. Why, Tim? Why do they make us do it?
I can't answer that.
Is it some fantastic marketing ploy that it's irresistible because you can't have it? I don't think it is. Everyone just gets irritated by it. And of course, I could have taken it to the Woodstock show and sold loads and ordered loads more, but I couldn't. Actually, I can't remember if I actually had it in my hands at that point. But I have 5 copies in the store. They are technically already sold and held by a couple people. I have ordered 10 more. They're in the same shipment as no, they're a different company. They're shipped as well, so they're on their way. I will get them soon. But there are some very pretty images. It's a beautiful magazine. And please stop making us hold them for 3 weeks before we can sell them, because it's frustrating for everybody. And I would only buy more if I could sell them when I got them, because I'd order more, because I'd sell more.
Oh, it's fine,
says the man.
You're creating anticipation.
I don't know. We've been anticipating it for months though. They only do 2 a year. Isn't that long enough to wait? It's long enough. Okay, so I got 2 other magazines. The Cole magazine. This is out of Amsterdam, I think. Like the Netherlands. Beautiful, beautiful imagery in them. They're again deliciously fun, and they have the good old Oxford punch needle. They have more punch needle. They have a bit of macrame in here. Yeah. Some spinning. It's like these coffee table books. They're beautiful. And they're actually not bad. The Canadian price I'm selling them for is $24. Considering they're all the way from Europe, they are producing them at pretty decent cost. Yeah. And I have I know I'm saying it wrong, but Canadian French, Top French Lane magazine, Lane magazine, number 6 I've sold out of. It's coming. I'm getting more on their way for the shop. So if you want one, if you want your name on anything, email me, knit@rosehavanyarn.com, and I'll put some aside for you. And yeah, so I think, what else have we got? So, and coming up after that, that's after the magazines are coming, we've got more clothes coming. The TinCan Knits color workbook is coming, and then it's our knit retreat. And then I get to breathe. So right now I've been working on the scheduling and stuff for the knit retreat, and it's great because I get to help pick the menu at the restaurant, because there's 54 of us in the group, 2 teachers and then 51 students. Somehow I overbooked something. There's supposed to be 50, but I have 51. That's okay. Luckily, Kate Atherley and Sally Melville are wicked professional teachers, so they have got themselves covered. They are teaching a whole slew of classes. Introduction to Intarsia, which I learned about with the good Superman sweater. Introduction to brioche, which I think we all need to reintroduce constantly, because as soon as I do it and don't do it again, I can't remember for the next project how to do brioche. 2 socks at a time, 2-handed stranded, which would be fabulous. I did learn that years ago, and I'm still trying to do 2-handed stranded because it really keeps your colors nice and tidy. And it would be really helpful to be able to just always do that for color work. It was way faster. And then on the Sunday, we do fearless finishing, which I could really use. I'm not a good finisher. Piecing things together, though luckily most sweaters now are knit top down, no piecing together. Tim's back there washing his screen so he can do the next color. That's what the funny noises are. And then Sally's class on Sunday is fit to flatter, how to adjust patterns so that they fit you much tidier, cleaner, fitting the way you want them to. And so I have this box that is building up in my office full of swag, because the knit retreat, all the ladies get swag bags, goodie bags. So it's in my office, and also we have door prizes. So I contact my yarn companies, and they send me goodies to give away as door prizes during the whole weekend. So my mom came to visit, and I'm talking to a customer. It was busy that day, so busy, and she's in the store, and she's in my office, and all I can hear is, "Oh, what's this? Oh, what's look at this. Why haven't you got this out? I'm like, Mom, get out of that box. There's a whole bunch of some new tools that I found on an Etsy shop. So they are going into the swag bags. I'm not telling you what they are. I'll tell you about it in the next podcast, what they got in their swag bags, because there's some cool, fun little things that I found. My mother needs to stay out of my goodie bag boxes because she's gonna spoil her Christmas presents too. Oh, and of course I'm not wearing it today, but speaking of good gift things, the wrist ruler, the leather wrist rulers, Tim has one too. He's probably not wearing his though either. I took them to Woodstock. I sold out before lunchtime, I think 24 of them. So I have another order of those coming, and they've come in fab colors now. There's like, you can get the silver and hot pink and teal and baby blue and red and orange. I didn't order any orange, I don't think. Sorry, Shelly. I know it's your favorite color. But yeah, orange is hard to sell. It's very specific people that love it. Anyway, so yeah, I've got a whole load more coming because they're all gone. Except for the brioche. I have a couple in the store that are regular rulers, 16-inch. I think there's a teal and there's a 15-inch hot pink, but there's not much left. The brioche bracelet, same idea, except on the leather, they've got all the codes for the brioche. The BRP, the burp, and the what do you call it when it's the SRP something? Anyways, it's all the coding for brioche. It's kind of cute. But like I said, with brioche, we all just need to keep redoing the courses. But one of these days, I suppose I'll have it locked in my brain if I do enough of it. But I want to make stuff that just for me. I want to make a cardigan. I want to make, because I was going to wear a cardigan today and realized I don't have one. The one I have is at the store because it's a sample and I can't knit fast enough. I have to knit faster. Knit faster, dye warm.
Knit faster.
So, and the other thing we have in the store, which I think is kind of fun, because now it's hard to find this, RIT dyes. Half the time it used to be at the pharmacy, used to be in some old grocery stores. So RIT dye, which used to be those little kind of hard solid cubes or little cylinders, has come out with this liquid dye. So the liquid dye is kind of great because you can use it on cotton, you can use it on wool. So it's either plant-based or fiber-based, animal fiber-based, because the trick with the liquid is this is just a color concentrate. You can add salt to it as it's, I guess, like a mordant base, which will allow you to dye linens and cottons and bamboo, or you use vinegar or citric acid into it, and then you can use it on wool and silk and alpaca and mohair. So this can be used for either or. And there's a fair amount in here, so depending on how much dye you put into, I mix it into like mason jars and then add the hot water and either the vinegar or the salt. And you can dilute it with more water to make it a lighter color. So yeah, so we have it in the shop now. I think I'm just about out of the MAC Aquamarine, other than it's in these kits. So this is our sock blank, and the 3 colors that you can, this will dye the sock blank and loads and loads and loads more stuff because you only need a little bit. So you can paint your own sock blank. How cool is that? Yeah, so we have these kits in the shop. And we thought that was kind of a fun thing. It'd be a fun thing for Christmas or something, for sure, for people who want to play at dyeing. And then you've got loads of dye left. You can buy some natural colored wool, just a regular white, and then you can dye it. And the other cool thing we got in the shop are these unique socks. So it's actually, there's 2 balls in here. So you can make these socks and they will match. And they're self-striping. They are 75% wool. Yes, 75 extra fine superwash merino, so they're super soft. 25% nylon, fingering weight. And I think they even have on their website their website is Yurth Yarns, like URTH yarns.com. They have free patterns for basic sock, cable socks, and something else. But yeah, their patterns are online. So they're a good little stocking stuffer. Fill that stocking. And that, I think, is about it. Anything else exciting? I think that's about all I've got. Knit retreat. No. Yeah, so hope you guys are all doing well. I guess you Americans are having your Thanksgiving in, is that towards the end of November, right?
Yeah.
We had ours.
It's like
We're
right
turkey.
before Christmas.
Well, it's not right.
It's like right.
It's a month before Christmas.
Like,
so you guys get double turkeyed up for, because I don't know, we do turkey at Christmas and at Thanksgiving, but our Thanksgiving is in October. We had some Americans in the store, and Tim was there, and we were talking about pumpkin pie and who's bringing the squash, and he's like, "You guys are doing Thanksgiving?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's Thanksgiving weekend." I don't know why American Canadians have it on different days. I think Canadians do it then because the weather is fabulous and it's fantastic and beautiful out, and having a 3-day weekend with all the tree colors is fantastic. And though we actually were open the whole weekend, including Monday. Poor Anne had to work Monday, and she fed all her family Sunday. I worked Friday and I worked Sunday, so we had our turkey Saturday. I'm totally spoiled. Everyone comes to my house for Thanksgiving. All I have to do is cook the potatoes. My mom comes with the turkey. She cooks the pumpkin pie. She does the cranberry sauce. And then she did that, oh my God, what was that sweet potato?
Sweet potato thing.
I don't know what it was. It was out of a 1970s. We seem to have a 70s theme today. Cookbook, some church cookbook, and it was sweet potato in a 9x13 pan and there was a ton of butter in it and a ton of sugar. She said she didn't put it, she cut the butter in half and the sugar. I mean, because it's sweet potato, it's sweet. You don't really need that much. The topping was caramelized pecans and brown sugar and butter. It was so good. I think we ate 2 bowls of it for lunch and just went, oh, that'll be our lunch. It was really good. So, and then my mother-in-law and my father-in-law came as well. They always have turkey dinner with us, and they brought more squash, so you can never have too much squash. And Mom makes the stuffing too. So yeah, my mom sort of takes over my kitchen, and I just go in and whip up some smashed potatoes. I don't peel them because I'm lazy, and I like smashed potatoes. We call them smashed because you just mash them up with the skins and everything, and they're good. All the nutrients are in the skin. That's why we do it. So Thanksgiving was fabulous, and the weather was, I can't even remember. I think it was nice. We had some rain, but it's finally starting to get decently cold. It was 6 degrees on the car, I think, when I drove in here. It's cool enough. You're mixing a weird...
It's supposed to be mixing red.
I was gonna say, that does not look red. Hang on. This is what Tim's doing. He's got his little color chart.
Well, that was from my previous color.
Do you have one for red?
Do I have a chart for red? No, I mean, this is what I make once I mix the color.
Sorry,
right?
I'm not lining this up well. There we go. But red and green make brown.
Yes, I want it to be a brownie sort of color. We'll just see what happens. Right now it just looks like mud.
Greeny mud.
Green mud.
So this is what is this actually made of acrylic? Like, what is it made out of?
It is a water-based, I don't know, screen printing ink.
Clear base. Color. Must be like an acrylic, right? Because it's like a paint that dries on. Well, that's exciting. Look, we're both in the same frame again. And your hat, you knit yourself, didn't you? That's the hemp wool, right?
I did this 2 years ago.
Yeah. It was one of those, Rowan thought it would be kind of a neat idea to do yarn that's only available for a year and then you can't get it anymore. I guess. So you can't get this yarn anymore.
They're creating anticipation.
This anticipation needs to stop.
For something that will never appear.
All right, well, good luck getting all your awesome magazines that are out there, and happy Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you, but I'm sure I will try and do a podcast after the knit retreat, which is the 11th of November. And I'm going to try and interview Kate and Sally, so you'll see them too. So hit subscribe, say hi, send us a message, ask us anything, and I will try to answer as quick as I can, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye. Say goodbye, Tim.
Goodbye, Tim.